what happened yesterday makes my point even more a few weeks ago. Because this was a worst case scenario than what happened when Tua was replaced.
Yeah. No,
so now come on over to my side and say something had to be up.
Had to be. And I actually even saw
Had to be.
But people who weren't hip to that, I mean, people I saw some people calling for them to do the same thing that they did in the Denver game. And thank God they didn't, because I think we saw a lot of growth from them yesterday.
It's kind of like the situations may seem similar, but they were a lot different, because although the team was down or, wasn't playing well, Tua was doing all the right things at his position.
Yeah, a lot of drops.
Right.
A lot of guys getting hurt.
Yeah, but that's football, man.
Hey, it's football, but to a degree, dude, they got the best tight end, the best receiver, the best quarterback in the league, and you're waltzing out there with two guys who were playing quarterback in college as your receivers.
No, right. I would say this is that one of the problems that you've had offensively the last couple of years is man, you've really had no sense of continuity, right? You finally got it with the offensive line for most of the year, and and that's one of the areas where there was a lot of improvement. But wide receiver, running back, you mean to tell me that you can't get from week to week the same group of skilled players playing with your young quarterback every week?
It's brutal.
That being said, it sucks, but that's kind of how this goes, man. Nobody's gonna do you a favor and say, "Oh, no, let's wait. Let's wait till you get healthy." That just, it sucks, but that's how it is, especially now.
I think the thing that you're gonna be more proud that I'm on your side is look, that team right now is untouchable. What it's like taking out. It's like when they were the big three. It's like,
right,
you could go play. They could go F around and play a C-level game, and they could still beat you. They could still cave your head in.
You know what the thing? I appreciated more watching this game because the Dolphins didn't play terribly. They had some. They had probably a couple more opportunities that were blown than you would like. But, you got to give credit to Andy Reid, because I've never seen in critical situations, not that the quarterback didn't make great plays, but that the game plan was such that there were guys running free in those critical moments.
Yep.
For example, when they went for it on fourth down, right? And you're thinking, okay, let's see what we got. And you have a play design where your star player, everybody in the world knows they're going to try to get the ball to Tyreek Hill, and he's running free.
Yep.
That's offensive football at its finest. That you probably have an idea of who's going to get the ball, and you can't really do anything. And I saw the play. They ran, two slants and a guy in the flat. It's a pick play.
I was immediately scared as soon as he scored his first touchdown, because it's just like he touched the ball and he's faster than everybody, and he ran.
Oh my god! And guess what? Guess who's the second fastest? Hardman.
Right.
Right. Because on that punt return, he did everything but throw deuces up.
Man.
Look, you knew what you were in for. What you'd hope that is that the Dolphins competed, which they did. They mounted a comeback, but in the end, it was a little short. But Saturday, come on, man. Come on.
Well, that's
like here.
the idea. We got so much to unpack from Saturday. Come on.
There's not much to unpack. Probably you need to unpack a couple more footballs.
Is the home of every Miami Heat game.
Got it! Tyler from downtown with 6.9 left.
WAXY South Miami and WSFS HD2 Miramar, a radio.com sports station.
Oh, yeah, just a couple minutes ago, I just saw Michael Carter break another 50-yard run.
Hey, by the way, what's wrong with Gesicki?
I mean, it doesn't look good.
Because I told you, the way they were carrying his arm, there's only one other thing that would guarantee that something's broken, the air cast.
We
If
didn't
they put an air cast on it.
We did not see the
know.
air cast.
I think
I know.
Tua said something about him looking like he was real hurt in the training room.
I thought it was a shoulder.
They were carrying his arm like the baby Jesus.
You know how this is going to work. They're not going to tell us till Wednesday what's wrong.
It does. Like I don't need to see it. I don't.
But
need to see it.
I thought he got DDT'd right on his head. Like I thought that it was going to be like a neck injury.
Yeah, I thought it was a shoulder collarbone kind of situation.
Could be the way they were holding. Like, well, that's probably more to the point. Like, it's not an arm, it's a shoulder, because see how they were holding it almost like the human sling.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but when, like, think about this. Let's take, you put your best receiver, he's out. Look at their best receiver. Now, as unbelievable as Gesicki has been, look at their tight end.
Yeah, it's insane.
Their tight end leads the league in receptions and in yards.
I know Tony Romo was very proud of himself for coming up with that. But Jim, if they're playing right now, that means he's leading. Yes. All right, Tony. I told you, there's a rift starting there.
No chance.
There's a rift.
No.
Where were you at the Masters again, Tony?
Let me explain to you why. Right? Because Jim Nance is at the point in his career where he's like, I'm just gonna ride Seabiscuit. Right? Like, don't look. I don't care how far you've been in your career. Like, and there ain't nothing wrong with that. Like, this, look, Jim Nance knows that when you do the play-by-play, the star is usually the analyst, and that's okay.
Understood, but he is Mr. CBS.
Oh yeah.
Final
well, guess
Four,
what?
Masters.
When football season's over with, go play golf, Tony. This is my show. He knows that.
Jim. Well, actually, it's DK Metcalf, but they're not playing right now.
But yeah, look.
Yeah, he can't be stopped, dude. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, that team, it reminds me of the Big Three Heat. It's like those three guys, no matter the mistakes, because they were all like, they were awful.
Here, think about this. You got 4 turnovers.
4 turnovers.
And it wasn't really close.
The longest sack in NFL history.
The sack of the year.
Oh my goodness! I mean, it was hilarious. He literally, they stopped him from scoring.
Yeah,
the other way.
You know, and it just doesn't. It didn't matter. It didn't matter.
And so from that standpoint,
It was we know what it feels like to get Texaned. Like, that's what it was.
Right.
Oh, 21-0 lead, no bigs.
Right. I do believe though that even though the team lost, even though the Dolphins lost, you still saw enough good things where this is one of the games, right? All shenanigans aside, you just say, team played good, that team was better.
Yep.
Moving on.
That's
it. That and in every phase of the game, because I'll tell you what, that defensive line for the Dolphins was disruptive. They made plays all game. And the secondary turned the ball over.
I can't believe Xavier Howard's still doing this.
Oh my!
I can't believe he's still doing this.
Wait, remember, this is also the same guy. He literally has a legitimate argument that he could be Defensive Player of the Year.
Oh yeah,
right?
Definitely.
And people wanted to trade him before the season started because he had a boo-boo, right? Like
and in the middle of the season, apparently.
right. Like, come on, man. Like what this team is doing. And the thing I like about it is when you look at the team, it's not a situation like before where you brought in some high price free agents and you put it together kind of like the Marlins always tried to do. It's a lot of young talent. You have a young quarterback. I would just say offensively, you've been bit by the injury bug for the last couple of years where you can't really get any continuity. But when everybody's there, you're productive, and they need a running game. Like, not for nothing. Come on, man. Like how,
Bro, Laird.
there's guys.
He ran hard.
You laugh. You know why you're laughing. I'm not. You know why you're laughing.
Dangerous.
But
What's up, Robbie?
Well, I was saying it could have been a lot worse. As bad as it was, it could have been worse. At 30-10 yesterday, you're like, oh God, double ass kicking, and then at the end, you're like, ah.
I felt good. Yeah, I mean, I come out of that and I watched that game against the Chiefs, and with the way Tua showed the guts with his skill positions depleted, and I was like, you know what? Team showed the guts. That team right now is the best. Nobody's beating them. I would be stunned if they don't win the Super Bowl again this year. If they feel, because look, they go out there, they don't even play a good game, and it really never felt like they were in danger up until the end, or maybe still they could go catastrophic. But that team is amazing right now, and you played well against them. You know, you had an offense that what did they give up, Robbie? 24 points to them because you had the safety and the you had the safety and the special teams touchdown. Like, you're going into a game, you give up 24 points against the Chiefs. That's pretty good. So you can't get mad. I'm not furious at the defense. They had a couple of botches. They were banged up. They didn't have two of their linebackers going into yesterday. Kyle Van Noy was out.
Landon Roberts was
out.
McCain had to leave the game.
McCain lost. They had Fisher out there trying to cover Tyreek Hill. That didn't work out well. Yeah, like it was just one of those things where I'm not gonna crush the Dolphins for yesterday. Yeah, were there a couple of opportunities where you kicking yourself over? Sure, but you could do that with every game, and that team's the best. And they have the ability to erase their mistakes right now, and you really don't. Like you need, especially against the elite teams, you need to play as perfect a game as you could play. The Dolphins had some let-ups, but they also were going at it with not their full hand. They were going at it with a lot of their guys out, and they didn't play perfect on offense either. A lot of opportunities slipped away. Devontae Parker not catching that ball in the end zone, end up having to settle for a field goal. Jim Nantz jinxing the hell out of Jason Sanders to start the game. Bastard. So some other things didn't flip your way that way either. So you'll have a lot of what ifs if you wanted to scramble all over that Dolphins game. But ultimately, I thought they played with guts, and I don't know. I don't feel like you should be that. I feel like you should hold your head high if you're a Dolphin fan today, even if you don't want to take away moral victories.
Here's the deal with yesterday's game, is that you clearly saw two teams that are in different places where you're asking a lot of the Dolphins. They had to play mistake-free football, and Kansas City can just wing it because they know. No lead's big enough. They can come back from any lead.
Yep.
And all they have to do is stay the course. That eventually it's going to go their way with the talent that they have. And so when you see situations where a couple of drop balls, couple of what was it? They went for it on fourth down. Was it fourth down? They went for it and didn't get it. Or just it was a short yard situation where they got stuffed. All situations where you needed to succeed in those instances just to, kind of stay in the game.
Yeah, you need to play you needed to play a game on offense the way you did on defense. Like you couldn't miss any of those opportunities.
Yep. Yeah.
Just to be that team, because like they're just on another level right now. They just are.
Yeah.
They are. They can erase whatever f-ups they have. I mean, unless the 3 interceptions that you have are all pick sixes, and even if they are, you got to realize there's a ton of game left, and they'll get back into it.
Right.
So I don't know. Do you feel watching them yesterday? Do you feel like anybody's beating them in the AFC?
No. No, not. The only way you're going to beat them is keep them off the field. And their defense has proven that they're better than they were last year when they won the Super Bowl, which is scary.
Let's get to some headlines, Robbie. What do we got this morning?
More importantly, you know what the Dolphins did do yesterday?
What'd they do?
They got that cover.
Oh, buddy. Yeah. You remember Flores? What an adorable. Remember when he was so adorable? And he was telling you he didn't know what betting was, Leroy? He's like, betting.
But then he kicked that field goal.
I don't know.
Then he kicked that field goal.
I'm not a big, bad betting odds. I'm not really big on that. I don't really plus minus. I'm not over unders. I don't really follow that or really understand it very much. So,
he got the lingo right though.
The underdog role. That's not really something I think about. I mean, we just try to go out there, prepare for each opponent, give our best effort, and try to win every week. So, if somebody thinks that I don't know. I don't really honestly don't know much about spreads. So,
don't know much about spreads, but just explain them perfectly.
I don't know much about spreads. I know everything about the vernacular that goes around betting. And by the way, here's a field goal just so I can cover for Mr. Ross, and then maybe we'll get an onside kick. Actually, I thought it was pretty sound strategy, but it was
it was the right thing to do.
But it was funny. It was as soon as there was a pass interference, I text you guys. I go, ooh.
No, you know what was funny? What was funny was the Dolphins really didn't have any chance of winning, right? But everybody was looking at that field goal like it was for the Super Bowl. They were looking at that field goal like Scott Norwood at the end of it.
Let's all hold each other's hands here.
Yes, everybody's taking the knee with their hand down. Like,
Robbie, have you ever during a bet, if you've been with other degenerates, have you ever held hands like it's a game-winning field goal?
Locked arms, yes. I don't think I've held hands.
really?
Oh, but it shouldn't have come down to that field goal. If Tyreek Hill on that 4th down play stays in bounds, they take a knee and run out the clock. They don't even need to kick the field goal to go up by 9. So it shouldn't have even come down to that Dolphins field goal to cover. It should have covered before then.
Well, either way, it got done. The damage is done, my friend. The cover was had, and Brian Flores, wink, who knows nothing about spreads.
There's nothing at all.
Wink. Nothing at all about plus minus. Wink. He made sure that he handled business for all of Miami's degenerates.
I got to tell you, as good as Kansas City is, I mean, how good was the defense? Think about it. The defense played pretty good, and still.
Oh yeah, I mean 24. Because it was the safety, and you had the return for a touchdown, so that's 9 points. That's not on the defense. So 24 points against the damn Chiefs, not bad, dude.
Right, and when you think about it, I mean, Travis Kelce, yikes! Like, forget Tyreek Hill.
Yes.
I'm more afraid of him.
He's very scary. Although Tyreek Hill scares me because he's just so much faster than everybody else.
What about Hartman?
Hartman's scary. Hartman's fast too. They got everybody. That's what
But Hartman, I think he has I think he has problems catching the ball at times.
Well, listen, we know about fast punt returners who can't catch the football, Jakeem Grant.
Yeah, but sometimes he can't catch the punt.
Even though on that interception that bounced up to Jakeem Graham, you could see the Kansas City defender's arm there knock the ball up in the air for that other guy to make the interception.
All right, but
This
is a couple weeks in a row
and there was an underthrown ball by Tua. I mean,
I'm not the one. Hey, listen, I'm not the one who's on Twitter making sure that I put myself out as a wide receiver, and I love Jakeem Grant.
Does he do that?
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. Big time hype videos in the offseason.
Oh, no.
Big time hype videos in the offseason. I love Jakeem Grant, but my God, I just wanted one guy. Could they make one play for Tua at a huge spot? Like the one that killed me was the Devontae Parker one of the end zone, because that's his thing. That's his thing.
Then he got
going up and get the ball.
And then he got hurt. Didn't play again.
Nope.
But Gesicki made a play for
What
Tua.
is he made out of? Porcelain?
I don't know.
That was vintage Devontae.
That was.
What did he hurt?
They just said leg.
Please don't say it's a hammy.
I don't know. They just said leg.
Like,
Quad.
you need those. You're
Yeah,
going to play wide receiver.
You lost him. You lost Jakeem Grant. You lost Gesicki. You lost Austin Jackson. Did Austin Jackson come back after that injury?
I don't think he did.
I don't think he did.
No,
So
it looked like he got rolled up
You
on.
were throwing it to Matt Collins and Lynn Bowden.
Hell, Tua he got stepped on. They had to tape him. I was like, oh no.
It's one of those games, man. It's like you're playing the best of the best, and it was a physical game.
Well, maybe the Dolphins should have.
Design something, bro.
They tried. How many did they try that Lynn Bowden play twice?
Hey.
Lynn Bowden was like, what do I do again? What do I do?
Design something, bro.
But by the way, the one thing that Kansas City does that I wish the Dolphins would do a little bit better is when you don't have the horses to just line up and
You got to design something, bro.
you have to be more creative. Like, you ever noticed the most successful run plays were when they ran that motion across the formation, where they looked like they were going to give the ball to the receiver and then hand it off. I mean, you have to improve your window dressing, right? The plays are the plays. But if you can get a defender who's always coming downhill to pause a little bit, then it gives your running back a little more room. And when they did that, they had some success running the football. But this is not the team. They're not there yet.
They're not there yet.
Where you can line up and say, "Come get some."
But some pretty good plays yesterday, man. I can't believe the season Xavier Howard's having.
It's unbelievable.
Oh, by the way, speaking of Mr. WEI, the Dolphins do play the Patriots this Sunday in a must-win game, and not only is it a must-win, it could be a monumental moment for WEI on Monday if the Dolphins win.
Oh,
You get
no.
more great soundbite like this.
Or
Design something, bro.
it could also be an epic show if the Dolphins beat them, and then they're talking about how Flores was the real genius of the last Super Bowl championship.
Well, they did the same. Wait, by the way, don't act like it doesn't happen. They did the same thing with Bill Belichick and Parcells.
Parcells.
Yep.
They made a documentary, The Two Bills.
Yep.
The two Bills. They really shouldn't be the two Bills. It should be Bill Belichick has blown Bill Parcells' legacy out of the water.
Of course.
Not even close. They should not be sharing a documentary.
Not even close. And is Bill Parcells revered as one of the best coaches?
No, I see Bill Parcells as a notorious quitter.
I hate Bill Parcells.
He's quit every job he's been in.
Can I ask you a question, Robbie? Okay, I'm getting tired.
The Minka of coaches.
Hey, I'm tired of this. Robbie, you have literally ripped everybody who says they're a coach.
Yeah.
But you won't rip the guy who deserves the most ripping.
Yeah, break the oath, bro.
I'm constrained by an oath. I can't. I'm legally not
But the
allowed
oath
to rip
is
him.
over. Like,
No,
and by the way, the gods screwed us out of like 3 games anyway, and they got Notre Dame scot-free to the championship. So come on, bro, let's get the oath. Break the oath.
January 12th. We're almost there, guys. We got one more weekend of games this weekend.
I'm not gonna feel the same way though. I want the soothness of
Be
you
over
ripping
it.
ideas
We're gonna
today.
look. You know, we're gonna be like Bill Belichick on the Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Well, look, the
Break
Canes is
the
probably going to play a
oath.
bowl game, and given their bowl game history, that's nothing to do with Manny Diaz. It goes beyond Manny Diaz. They usually mail it in the bowl game, so they'll be.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna care about that game. I don't care about the Cheez-It Bowl. Like,
But-
who gives a rat's
I know,
ass?
but they're going to be terrible. They're going to mail it in, probably lose, and then the fire it will still be there when the oath is over.